We are in Ibiza, well, at least for another 30 minutes or so, because we're going to an island that's probably the best kept secret in Europe. Well, if you like to be naked. Ever since we started traveling, here and there we would hear the name Formentera. A small island located just south of Ibiza. It seemed like a mysterious place that few had ever heard about, but the ones who had been there raved about it. Some even told us that it's the best nature place in Europe. Could it be that this often forgotten island is a secret naked paradise? According to the internet, there are no nature resorts nor any official nude beaches on Formentera. The information was vague, to say the least, which tickled our curiosity even more. All right, can we take off our clothes already? I mean, we're here, well, Formentera.
There's no airport in Formentera. The only way to get here is by ferry, and this could explain why Formentera is the least popular of the Balearic Islands. The lack of mass tourism could then be an explanation why Formentera is supposed to be more nude-friendly than Menorca, Mallorca and Ibiza.
And I thought that Ibiza was already quite nude-friendly, so I'm super curious to see what this island has to offer. Did we just stranded on the wrong island?
We're back in Ibiza!
Yay!
No, we're not back in Ibiza. We have another 3 hours or so before we can check into our Airbnb, so let's go to the beach. Not sure what to expect. Obviously not everybody on every beach will be naked, but it should be different than Ibiza, normally. That's what people say. For now I'm not yet impressed, but I am impressed by the beach. This is spectacularly beautiful. But there are no naked people on this beach. Of course, as in many other places in Spain, there may not be on the main beach, but in coves next to the beach. So we'll have a look around. Of course, we've only been here for half an hour, and just like any other new place we visit, we need to get accustomed to the local customs. Maybe it's totally fine to be naked in the middle of that beach, but nobody's doing it. Today, maybe tomorrow it can be all naked. I don't know, but the only thing we can do is try to find out. And that's another thing when you're new, you don't want to be the first. Like even though you know that a lot of people say that this is a very nude-friendly place, it's still strange to be the first. Any naked people yet?
No.
You're a voyeur.
Of the good type.
Yesterday we were joking about this, that a part of our job is actually to look for naked people, and that makes it sound so bad, so dirty, but it is what it is. Like, we can't say if a beach is proper for nude use if we haven't seen anyone doing it. Even the people on the boats are wearing clothes. You think we accidentally picked the clothed island of the Balearic?
Yeah, maybe. We're not off to a good start.
That would suck so bad.
We walked over to the other side and looked in every single cove we passed by, but...
Nada. It's a pity. In fact, it's a double pity, because right over there on the other side I can see Playa Escavallette, the nude beach of Ibiza. So right there, right now, it's probably full of naked people. But not here. In fact, it's a triple pity, because our Airbnb is basically just around the corner. I had kind of hoped to have a nude beach on walking distance. But yeah.
But I know a way that we can make all of this just a little bit more bearable. This is still Spain, so it's not like we're doing anything illegal.
We're only here for a minute and we already have a voyeur.
We can talk from harassment already.
Maybe that's why everybody's wearing bathing suits.
Okay. All right.
This is our Airbnb.
This is it. It's a little bit dark. And then there was lights.
The fact that Formentera doesn't have any naturist resorts might make you think that maybe this place is not so nude-friendly after all. But you can also look at it from the other side. If a place is very nude-friendly, is there still a need for naturist resorts? I hope that we can find this out in the next days. And then again, look at the place where we are staying. We're in the middle of nowhere. It's absolutely nobody. We do have neighbors, but there's like a fence, so we can sit naked outside. Nobody's gonna care. If you also like this place, we will put a link in the description. So we are gonna get installed and then go to the supermarket, because here's a pro tip. If you have an Airbnb, always go check in first so you can have a look at the pots and pans that are available. And of course, most important, the coffee machine. And tomorrow I hope that we can find the real naked Formentera. For our next try, we headed to the whole other side of the island, which was about a 15-minute drive. It's a small island. The beach over here is called Escaló, and if you look on the map, you can see that it's divided in different parts. And especially here in Spain, that's often a good sign that there's the first part where everybody goes, and then often there's the second part or the third part where it's a lot more comfortable to be naked. So let's hope. By the way, we are not just picking random beaches on the island. There are no official nude beaches on Formentera, and there are definitely not supposed to be any signs. But we found a couple of lists on the internet that gave us the beaches that are most common for nude sunbathing or for naturists. And the beach yesterday was on one of those lists, and so is the beach of today, so...
Are you sure?
We may have just found the beach of the local school. From a distance I thought that there was a yoga class or so sitting on the rocks, but it's apparently more children. Alright, success! I'm happy to let you know that about 10% of the people on this beach are naked. Of course, other than the children, there are only about 10 people on the beach and there's one naked guy. So yeah, that makes 10%. And just as I was thinking that we could make the number higher, there's another couple getting naked. So we're already at 30%, and I think if we undress as well, it's gonna be 50-50. Of course, when there are only a handful of people, it's really difficult to estimate if this is just a lucky shot or if these percentages will go up as when there are more people coming. And this is something we didn't really think through. We are here in the very beginning of the season, so there are almost no tourists yet. It's mostly locals, so things could change within the next months to, like, I don't know. But yeah, this is what we do. We give you snapshots of the reality. Another couple just undressed on the beach, and now we are sitting here at the far corner between the rocks, looking like the newbies. And that's the difficulty with being a tourist. You always want to do what the Romans do or what the Formentarians do. And if the only Formentarian happens to be close to the rocks, you do the same, and yeah, then you're sitting here.
But on the other hand, it is easier to film, and it is easier just to vlog and to show you all these places than sitting in the crowds, right?
Yeah, because the Formentarian is already looking at us. What's he talking to a camera?
Of course, when there's almost nobody around, then nothing is really happening. There isn't that much to film either.
What are you doing? Are you hinting for another game?
I'm hiding my face for the sun because I forgot my hat, but it can be a hint if you want to.
It's not super comfortable playing between the rocks, but then again it adds this extra level of difficulty. Now that we are becoming professionals, kinda, like, almost. It's barely noon and we already learned a couple of very valuable lessons. One is that playing between the rocks is not very beneficial for the toes. Another one is that we are not the only people on Formentera who like to be naked on the beach. But although that nobody seems to care at all about our nudity, it still doesn't feel that different from anywhere else in Spain or anywhere else we've been in Spain. I still can't call this the big nude-friendly island of Spain.
Maybe we just misunderstood what we had been told. We kinda expected beaches packed with naked people everywhere, But maybe it's the emptiness and solitude of Formentera that makes the island so nude-friendly. If there's nobody around to see you, it doesn't matter what you're wearing or if you're wearing anything at all. So we decided to call in a helpline and ask for advice on Instagram.
We asked and you replied, Playa Mijorn. This beach is your favorite place to get naked in Formentera.
Now the question is it also ours?
Seen from all the cars that are parked here, this might be our chance to get 100% naked. Or at least a 50% because one of the cars is ours. It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
What will it be?
And I was just thinking, just walking on the path, looking through the bushes, it already looks spectacular.
I can already see it, but you can't.
Yes. I thought you were referring to me because I'm smaller.
No, people are watching this. We're gonna keep it a little bit, like, build up the tension. Tell something so we don't have to turn the camera.
It's horrible.
No, let's turn the camera. There's nobody here yet, but of course these are kind of rocky parts, and in the distance I see lots of sand and more people. There's definitely more people than can fit into one car.
So basically we just parked on the wrong parking lot.
That's how we roll. Just find a place to park and then try to find where we have to be.
We'll see from there. So far, a lot of clothed people. Okay, they are right in front of the restaurant, so that could explain why they are wearing clothes.
I'm starting to wonder if we actually came to the right Playa Mijorn, because Google Maps said that it was here, and the town here also is called Playa Mijorn, but we saw a road sign a little bit further that pointed towards the coast, so maybe it's there. We're not giving up yet.
Not only are we questioning if we are on the right beach, I'm also questioning, are we in the right season? Because honestly, from our experience, I'm saying this specifically from our experience, we found more naked people on Ibiza than here.
Okay, we found 2 naked couples so far, far away from the restaurant and from where we are parked. So yeah, it must be here. And then again, there are not really a lot of people. If we have to put it in percentages and we leave out the family that was at the restaurant, I think we're also already at over 50%. I'm not sure what we are doing wrong here or if we are doing something wrong, but I'm not under the impression that Formentera is so much more nude-friendly than Ibiza. By the way, if you're new to this channel, we also made a video about Ibiza that you could watch after this one. But of course, it all depends on what you want. If you like more quiet beaches and more space between you and the other people, then Formentera might be a better option. And this is just the start of the season. In the next months, thousands and thousands of bathing suits will arrive in Ibiza, and then Formentera could be the place to be, but I don't know, so I have bad news.
What's the bad news?
We will have to come back here to do a sequel. Oh.
I don't think that's such bad news.
But that is not going to be for our next video, because we are leaving Spain behind and we're going to the country that had the first nude beach in the world. So if you want to know where that is,
make sure you subscribe to our channel.
Or people can just look it up on Google.
No. You have to
subscribe is better.
Subscribe to our channel, put on your notifications if you don't want to miss anything. Don't Google it, because we will tell you all about it in our next video, and that's gonna be in 2 weeks. So just see you then.
Bye bye. What's with the new head?
You like it?
Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah, I also think it's nice. Yeah, I love it. It's fashionable.